What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
And we're the 4-6 Boys, back again with another video. And today, we're finally doing it. It's time for the worst movies of 2024 so far.
I want a refund from these movies I saw.
Well, you can't get them, but we can talk about them. So these, we only have 8 movies on this list. So we only put 8 on this list just because
that's all we've seen so far.
That's all we've seen so far. So just get right into it. So the first one, number 8, The Watchers. Travis?
My main issue with The Watchers is that it had a cool concept behind it, along with a book that apparently was popular, and with Aisha Shyamalan directing. I was like, okay, maybe this could be someone that basically takes a different path than Shyamalan. But my major problem is that it's as if Shyamalan directed the movie.
Yeah.
Because it has the same style of dialogue, it has the same level of pacing, it has the same ideas, the way that the actors present their lines.
Exactly.
And overall, it has a cool sort of setup, but I would say the last 10 minutes of the movie killed it entirely.
I would probably agree with that. It wasn't that good.
The next one is the one that quite a few people are not going to like. Godzilla Kong, The New Empire.
Yeah.
I really don't like this. And the fact that G-fans love this movie, I guess I get to a degree, but this is definitely not Godzilla -1. Nor is it it's not even the first Godzilla vs. Kong movie, which was fun. This movie was overly complicated. It took forever to get to the point, and it felt like the characters were underdeveloped for the most part. And though it had some fun moments and some fun action monster sequences, it was kind of almost slightly a chore to get to those moments.
Yeah, and I just didn't really get into most of those moments, but I guess the trailer was cool.
Yeah.
Number 6, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Now, I liked Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
But I think the biggest thing is that where Godzilla Kong New Empire had a complicated story, Frozen Empire had way more going on than that, and they never really meshed all the stuff really well, I would say.
Exactly.
The actors did fine with what they were given, but there was just way too much going on at the point where I just didn't care when things happened.
And it's like, when you have that type of story, you have to really put that into your characters and decision making and stuff. So,
the next one is the movie that I knew was not going to be good. I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be good because it was the first horror film released this year, Night Swim. And I know that this is based on a short film, and to be honest, after seeing the short film was actually much better than the actual movie that we actually got, which proves that not every short film can be extended into a feature length.
Yeah.
Because it was dull. The rules of how this thing works is inconsistent at times.
Yeah.
And it was just a boring, not scary mess.
Yeah, it was very, very dull and very boring. Number 4 on our list is Imaginary. When I saw the stills and teaser images for this movie, I was like, and I saw who was producing this movie, and I was like, oh boy.
As a matter of fact, I just had to see the director, And
Yep, and I saw the direction of like even more so. Oh boy.
And the movie did not disappoint in that aspect.
Like, I'm not one to judge a movie before I see it, and I saw it, and wow.
The fact that it's actually funny that it's odd that the movie doesn't try to be scary at times, and it has cool ideas behind it, but that's about it.
It's not that hard to make a scary movie scary these days, and there's so many successful scary movies out there these days, but I feel like trying so hard to make a scary movie is not gonna make a scary movie scary. They tried too hard with this one, I feel like. This one is interesting, and Travis is gonna say what it is, but the first two, man.
I knew this one was not going to be good. The Strangers, Chapter 1. And
I really went into it with an open mind, but it's hard when the first two were just...
The problem is that the original is seen as a horror classic, or cult classic, and I simply don't get it.
I don't either. I don't get the fascination with this series.
But the problem is that this one took all the worst elements from the original film and somehow made it even worse.
I would have to agree. This one is probably the worst in the series, honestly.
And the fact is, there's supposed to be 2 more of these that were shot back to back in one giant story. Like,
it's crazy.
And the fact that Rennie Harlan wants to make a supercut of all 3 movies combined to make literally a movie that's longer than almost as long as the extended edition of The Lord of the Rings.
It's crazy.
I mean, the fact is that the characters were just so stupid, and I could not justify their stupidity at the point where it's like, just please die. I don't care.
Number 2 is one I feel very strongly about. It's a Marvel piece. Madam Web.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, I knew exactly what kind of movie I was getting into.
Let's just say it. Morbius. Okay? It's kind of a copy and paste of Morbius,
and
to be honest.
They hired the exact same writing team as Morbius,
which is literally why it's a copy and paste of Morbius. I felt like I was listening to the same exact dialogue as Morbius.
And this one is almost slightly more frustrating than Morbius because Morbius had nothing going on at the point where it was dull, it was boring, and nothing really happened.
Yep.
In Madam Web, stuff happens, and there's stuff relevant to the plot, but the way that they execute the plans is just idiotic.
Exactly.
And the casting was off. Like,
it just didn't work.
Like, Sydney Sweeney cast as a timid, shy nerd?
Yeah, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Have you seen what other roles she's played?
Yeah. And we'll get to that. We'll probably get to that in another video.
Yeah. Number 1. Winnie the... Wait. Am I reading that right?
Oh, that's last year's list. Let me just take that off. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. Wait. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is not even on this list.
I haven't seen that one.
True.
But I have heard it was better.
That's true. Okay, let's get to number 1.
Tarot.
This movie is by far... I honestly don't know what can top it.
Like, the thing is that I think everyone expected Madam Web to basically take the top spot, and it came pretty
until
close.
This movie came out.
The problem with Tarot is that it has every single cliche imaginable. Like,
crazy.
I'm not even joking. Not even exaggeration when I would say my team, which consists of basically my family and everyone else that usually go out to these movies, we made a list of, I think, over 20 things that we expect to see in the movie. All the cliches, things that are going to happen, what certain characters are going to say at a certain moment. Only out of over 20 things that we predicted, we only got one thing incorrect.
Crazy.
Everything else was right. It was.
Don't you just hate it when you watch a movie where you can predict thing after thing after thing after thing?
And I don't mind doing cliches, but if you don't do anything different with it, it's as if an AI wrote the script to
movies
this.
are okay if they have cliches. Like, it's totally fine. Every movie has a cliche. Like, you're not going to find a movie that doesn't have a cliche. But when they have, like, 15 or 20 plus cliches in it, or multiple of one single cliche, it's just not fun.
And literally,
anymore.
the ending reveal, like, I'll say that there's a character that was supposed to die who came back, and the reason that they came back was like, that's BS. Like, I think what happened in that case, I won't go into specifics, is that there was someone who they did it for a test audience, and I guess probably the character was supposed to die, but test audiences didn't like that this person died. So last second they changed it, and it just made it worse.
Did not work. So that was our top 8 worst movies of 2024 so far.
What could be worse?
We'll release our top worst movies of 2024, our final list in December. Be looking out for that in the future. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this video, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on notifications so you get notified when we upload new videos. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
We're the 4-6 Boys. See ya.